Even a casual visitor to Lebanon should notice that this country is underperforming compared to its possibilities. This ought to be the Hong Kong or the Singapore of the region, but unfortunately it's not. Electricity blackouts, poor service, telephone service is not very good, it's expensive, internet quality is slow, and there are even deeper problems in the Lebanese economy. These are all traceable to bad economic policies, all of which can be changed. There are lessons to be learned from other countries around the world that have done it successfully. New Zealand is a very clear example. Germany with its labor market reforms. We can look at what happened in India after 1991, enormous increase in the middle class in a very low-income country. So there are many, many successful stories of economic reform around the world. And Lebanon should be one of them in coming years because there are a lot of what we call low-hanging fruit, things that could be changed fairly easily. A simple example is the cost of establishing a new business in Lebanon. It takes about 41% of per capita income just to set up a new business. This is crazy. Go to Singapore, it's about 1/2%. That's 1/80th of what it costs in Lebanon to establish a new business. South Korea, other successful stories. It's very difficult to start a new business in Lebanon. And then you have all kinds of permits and licenses and requirements to go through. So doing business in Lebanon is not easy. Lebanese people everywhere in the world are successful entrepreneurs, except Lebanon. So the problem is located right here in Lebanon, and it can be addressed. Now, what are some of the key lessons of those successful cases? Number one, identify the people who will benefit from liberalizing or opening up the market. That's the vast majority of the population. Explain the benefits to them and mobilize them. Now, sometimes somebody will lose, the ones who have a monopoly or a privilege. Identify those people and create a capital value for the benefits and privileges that they currently retain. Just give it to them as an ownership share of whatever state company is created and then privatize it. That means that the value of the benefits is turned into capital for them. They don't lose on net, but they stop sucking the life out of the economy for the rest of the population. It's a win-win solution. And those are possible in Lebanon, and there are many demonstration projects from other countries around the world. So Lebanon can do it. Another element is to resist protectionist measures. Lebanon has relatively high tariffs, looking at the world standard. It's not easy to import and export in Lebanon. If you want to generate employment and value added in export industries, which is a key to success, you need to remove restrictions on imports. It's a fundamental principle of international trade. If you make importing more expensive, at the same time you make it more expensive to export as well. So if you want your export industries to grow, to generate value for the economy, you need to liberalize the import market at the same time.